Right, you're not mistaken. No, you're not. So leave your fingers on that dial right there. Yes, you can take it out gently now. Take it off. That's right. That's right. Yes. Okay, welcome to a brand new day. It does feel good to be alive. I say this every time that I get to see another break of the day. Trust me, you need to throw your hands in the air and just say, Lord, I thank you, right? Okay, it's not a sermon though, but I need to tell somebody something. Look, that you're alive, it means that there is a reason for it, okay? So don't take that for granted. The fact that you've got your heart beating, right? You open your eyes and you're seeing the world again, right? You should never take that for granted. Quite a number of persons, they wish that they could see that, but you are the one who, for some reason, and not because of how lovely you may think that you look, right? It doesn't even have to do with the security that you feel is guarding you, because God is the ultimate security, right? You know that, yeah? But if you don't know that, I need you to know that it's not because of the money or the belongings. Look, you are alive because of grace and mercy. That's just what it is. So please, whatever it is that you pay homage to, that you worship, that you adore, that you extol, right? Make sure that you do your bidding the best that you can to just say, hey, thank you. And I would advise that it has to be a G-O-D, right? Okay, so just say thank you to that supernatural being who has made it possible for you to see a day like this. I mean, it's a Tuesday, right? It is the 9th day in the month of July 2024, and 4 minutes gone past the hour of 7 it is on the AM side. It is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, where we give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on. And we say this in strong authority anytime, any day. Let me greet you in the way that I know how to. Good morning it is, right? For the English speakers. But yes, Karo for my Yoruba, family members right there. Inakwana to my Hausa family members. And yes, Ndewono to my Igbo family members now. And I want to say to my Gbagi family members now, Agife. And yes, to you, you already know what this one would be. Olodudu. And in my dialect, I would say, Amisiere. Finally, in the language that each and every one of us have an understanding for. Una. Good morning. My name is Uduak Daniel, and this is The Pages. What do we do on The Pages? Being one of the segments of the Eagles Morning Risers Breakfast Show, what we do is that we look into the front pages of Nigerian newspapers and bring the headlines into your audio-visual consciousness. But before I jump into the front pages, it is very necessary, poignant, pertinent, imperative for us to get to know a couple of things, just to update ourselves, as to what's going on in the country before we jump onto the front pages in case you missed anything, all right? So let me let you in on the fact that the EFCC, and if you don't know what EFCC means, it is the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, has filed a fresh charge at the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory against the embattled former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Now, EFCC in the charge accused Emefiele of approving the printing of 684,590,000 naira at the rate of 18.96 billion naira. Okay, well, I don't know. When is this going to really stop? When are we going to stop having all of these new things? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that it should stop, though, but I'm just saying, was it so deep? Really? Anyways, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, on Monday declined the request to transfer the 80.2 billion naira fraud trial of Kogi State ex-governor Yahaya Bello from Abuja to Kogi State. Now, the judge, in a letter dated July 2 and signed by Special Assistant Joshua Aji, said he agreed with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission that Bello should be tried in Abuja and not Kogi State. Well, the federal government on Monday announced the planned 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities as it stepped up efforts to tackle rising inflation, which had impoverished many Nigerians. Now, the government also expressed its its decision to collaborate with states to expand land cultivation across the country. Well, 150-day duty-free import window? I like. Right, that import window is going to be for food commodities, right? So, make hay while the sun shines. Now, there was anxiety within the Dong community in Jos North, local government area of Plateau State on Monday, following the escape of a hyena at the wildlife park. Escape. Okay, it was learned that the hyena escaped from its confinement at the park, located in the community on Sunday, thereby causing panic among residents. I wouldn't want to leave close to that park no more if I was the one. But I'm not saying that, hey, all of y'all should run away. I'm just saying that, well, okay. I'm just a human being, don't you think? Well, anyways, as part of the ongoing probe of the 2.6 billion naira allegedly spent on Nigeria Air, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has debriefed top officials of Ethiopian Airlines on some of its findings on the botched project. Now, it was gathered that during the interface, the team led by Group Chief Executive Officer of Ethiopian Airlines, Mesfin Tasil, claimed that the Ministry of Aviation owed them 211,000 US dollars. Okay. Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa on Monday said the recent bombing in Gwoza and Polka towns of Gwoza local government area of Borno State were meant to embarrass the government when he paid a courtesy call on Governor Caleb Mufwang of Plateau State on Monday. Now, the defense chief assured Nigerians that the perpetrators of such evil acts would not succeed. They better not do. Okay. Well, I'm serious now. Now, they better not succeed, all right? It shouldn't just be a hearsay conversation now, a mouth-lip-talking conversation, right? We hope that y'all indeed mean what you say. Well, I know the military. They mean it. Well, anyways, the Federal High Court sitting in Kaduna has adjourned to 17th July 2024 the hearing of the case filed by a former governor of the state, Nasir El-Rufai, against the State House of Assembly and the Attorney General of the state. El-Rufai is challenging the House committee reports, which accused him of corruption. All right, well, the Rivers State House of Assembly, led by Martin Mowale, has issued a 7-day ultimatum to Governor Siminalayi Fibira to represent the 2024 budget. Okay, the order was given at the first sitting of the Pro-Wike Assembly after the appeal court ruled in their favor. Giving you a directive is an order, Governor. Represent it to us. We want to see it again. Okay, we didn't see it before, but present it again. That's what they're saying. But isn't this something brewing right there? I don't know. I just feel there's a better way to, put these things together. But anyways, I hope that they'll be fine. But it seems as though Rivers crisis is still deepening. But then let me also take you out there to somewhere in Jigawa State, where a boat accident which occurred on the Kwalgai River in Jigawa State on Sunday, July 7, claimed the lives of 2 persons. Among them, an 18-year-old girl. Ooh, that is a grown-up girl who is just about to get to a prime. Lord, 1 passenger was still missing when policemen, local divers, and fishermen recovered the 2 corpses on Monday. Okay, that's really tragic now. Finally now, the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC on Monday in Abuja asked the National Assembly to work with the tripartite committee on the new minimum wage to establish mechanisms for regular and systematic review of wage levels to ensure that they keep pace with inflation and cost of living. Now, diving into the front page of Nigerian newspapers right there and bringing it to your audiovisual consciousness via this platform, Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Let's look at the Guardian newspaper. That's right. And the big story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper, 2023 budget performance outlook. Okay. Sounding more like the Eagles outlook. Okay, but this one is a 2023 budget performance outlook. Unfunded deficit hits 1 trillion naira in 9 months, worsens federal government's fiscal position. I see. And you would find the story on page 6, and for some reasons, beyond my knowledge, I don't know why the page 6 was written in red. But anyways, you might want to go check that one out, that right there. Let's see all the stories just at the chest bottom chest region of the Guardian newspaper front page. 72-year-old man bags life jail for defiling minor. 72-year-old, what are you still looking for? Anyways, you're getting a life jail. All right, that's what it is. Okay, page 8. It's got that story now. Obi urges anti-graft agencies to focus on grand theft. All right, page 4. It's got that story now. To page 15, still at the chest region of the Guardian newspaper. Fear over illicit flow to banks as shareholders struggle with rights issues. All right, I'll take it again. Fear over illicit flow to banks as shareholders struggle with rights issues. I see. All right, page 15 carries that story right there. EEDC to refund 11.8 billion naira to Southeast customers. Okay. Page 7 has got that story now. Just to the base of the Guardian newspaper, you would find this one. Man climbs mast to protest economic hardship in Abuja. Are you serious? Man climbs mast to protest economic hardship in Abuja. Page 4 carries that story now. To page 3, federal government approves 150-day duty-free window for import of select food items. Right? Still at the base now. NNPCL, Ipman blame private depots logistics for scarcity. Page 3 has got that story now. To this one, students loan. NANS gives tertiary institutions 48 hours to submit data. Page 30 has got that story. And this one will be the very last one that I'll be taking with the Guardian newspaper right about now. Ex-generals task federal government on new wage demand. Cut in governance cost to avert crisis. All right, ex-generals now have stepped into this one. All right, let's see how this whole conversation goes. Page 6 has got that story now, away from the Guardian newspaper to yet another daily. Oh, I said daily, and Daily Trust pops up. I see this big story now. It says pressure mounts on federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu, and it's got just one writer. It says only one option available for after political agreement. Yadudu has got that to say. Only one option available after political agreement. Yadudu is saying that one right there. Page 4 carries that big story. And just at the base of the Daily Trust newspaper, federal government plans waivers on rice, wheat, others. Okay, I like it. Page 4 has got that story now. And to this one on page 26. I've got sharp eyes, I tell you. Now it says Nigerian content creators eye Facebook's 150,000 naira per 10,000 views. Can you beat that? All right, page 26 carrying the story. Now to page 34. Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi clocks 100 years. Man, 100 years, no joke, I tell you. Well, congratulations to you, Sheikh Dahiru Bauchi. All right, and to this one, page 10, it says man climbs mast, threatens suicide over hardship. All right, just above the big story headline screaming right there on the front page of the Daily Trust newspaper, I see about three headlines right there being supportive. And you would find this one on page 6. It says NPC proposes November 2024 for national consensus. Alrighty. Okay, I see this one right there now. Page 5, it says Sultan NSCIA cautions political leaders against muzzling traditional rulers. I see. And now to this one now. On page 8 is going to be the last one that I'll be taking with the Daily Trust newspaper. Right about now it says, again, bandits kill 1, abduct 22 in Katsina. Right. That is the story. And then we move away from the Daily Trust newspaper right there. And in case you're just tuning in for the first time, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day, right? You might as well want to follow across social media platforms, very, very well-known social media platforms, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are there at Eagles FM Abuja. Still looking at the front page. Of course, the stop is the Nation newspaper now. I'm seeing this big story. It says Rivers crisis deepens. Oh, I said that before. And now it's a big story on the front page of the Nation newspaper. And it's got three writers, on it. It's the first one, Amoele-led lawmakers issue governor 7-day ultimatum. All right. Second writer, Fubara inaugurates EXCO member cleared by Okojumbo, 2 others. And the third writer, court bar CJ Clark from dealings with 27 assembly members. All righty. Now that story is indeed a picture of a crisis in Rivers State, all right? And that story is starting on the front page of the Nation newspaper, continued on page 2 of the Nation newspaper right there, and going to the belly button region of the Nation newspaper front page, we see this one. It says 11 Americans discover Nigerian roots at New York Ancestry DNA event. Can you beat that? 11 Americans discover Nigerian roots at the NY Ancestry DNA event. Okay, page 3. It's got that story now. And this one says Nigeria Air 26 billion naira investigation. EFCC quizzes Ethiopian Airlines CEO. It's got just one writer to it. Nigeria owing us $211,000. Sirika breached agreement. Wow. Some statement right there. Page 2 has got that story. And at the base of the Nation newspaper, you would find Ondo shifts council poll indefinitely. Page 5 carries that story. And to page 4 now, NSCIA seeks PEP in security. All right, I should take that one again. That's not how, it should go originally. Let me take it again. Page 4, you should find the story. NSCIA seeks PEP in insecurity battle. I see. All right. NSCIA seeks PEP in insecurity battle. All right. Page 4 has got that story. Just above the Nation newspaper banner now. Contractors get 3 months to fix 260 federal government road projects. 3 months is what they give them. Right? Fix it. Or face the music, right? All right, anyways, page 2 has got that story again. Looking popular, page 2 that is. Now to page 6, Lagos accounts for 104 out of 113 cholera cases in 1 week. Righty. Now I should take you to page 4 as well. Okay, it's also looking popular if you ask me. FHC CJ declines Yahaya Bello's bid to transfer case to Kogi. And that would be all for the front page of the Nation newspaper. Right, moving away from the Nation now, let's get you to the Vanguard newspaper right about now. With the Vanguard newspaper looking all colorful, but I don't think that looking all colorful, I can see foodstuff. And if you're seeing this the way that I'm seeing this via the online television that we bring to you, don't you just feel like you can just reach out your hands and maybe, take one of those bags for the right fee of grains and assorted orishi that I'm seeing right now. But anyways, the big story right here says federal government opts for duty-free imports of rice, beans, wheat, other grains. Right, it's got a couple of writers, 3 precisely. First writer says it all impact on inflation. Nasima. A second writer, a step in the right direction. CPPE has got that to say. Can you agree any less? The last writer to that one, farmer, Action Aid, boss, react. I see. Page 5, carrying that story now. And to this one, it says end of the road for 9 billionaire kidnappers in Lagos. I like. End of the road. It means capiche. It means it's over for all of y'all, right? 9 billionaire kidnappers in Lagos. End of the road for all of y'all who took part in that. Page 7 carrying that story now. And let's look at this one. It says scarcity. NNPCL blames logistics flooding as petrol queues grow longer. Page 20. It's got that story. Okay. Logistics and flooding is to blame. That's what the NNPCL is saying right now as a result or due to the fuel scarcity. All right, now let's move away from page 20 to page 10, right? Just cut it by half and you get to page 10, right? It says court bars Rivers CJ clerk from accepting Amowole's impeachment notice. Alrighty. That is something. Just above the Vanguard newspaper banner right there, you will find this story. It says 72 hours after abduction, fate of Kaduna journalist remains unknown. All right, 72 hours after abduction. Page 28 carries the story. Now to page 20. Okay, not 20. Page 8. Alrighty. Means quite a lot of paid stuff going on right there. But let's get on to this one now. Banks borrowing from CBN skyrockets by 458% to 57.5 trillion naira right there. Banks borrowing from CBN skyrockets to 458% to 57.5 trillion naira. And you should find that story on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. Right. All right. We're moving away from page 19 of the Vanguard now. And of course, moving away from the Vanguard itself, let's take you to some punchy headlines right here and right now. All right. I see the punchiness, and let's just get into it already. For want of time, see the big story there. It says federal government suspends food import duty. Partners states on farming. I love it. It's screaming on the front page of the Punch newspaper right there. Page 21 is carrying that story. And to this one, it's got a couple of writers, two precisely. It says government launches 5-month duty-free import window for maize, rice, wheat, others. All right, it's got another writer to that one now. And it says federal governments to partner governors, military to cultivate arable land, support smallholder farmers. That is a step in the right direction. Don't you just agree with me right there? Okay, moving away from that story now, let's bring you this one. It says Fubra court bars Rivers CJ from accepting impeachment notice. Page 29 is carrying that story right there. And to page 21, local airlines project 980 naira per liter aviation fuel meet Dangote. Right. I see this one now. Something outside the shores of Nigeria, if you ask me. It says outrage as Russian missiles kill 33 in Ukraine children hospital. Okay. My dialect will say bad things, please stay far away. That's just what it means. Okay. Okay, now to this one, page 2. Human rights, democracy, economic growth, key issues in Samoa agreement, right? And I should bring this one to your audiovisual consciousness. And it says just above, of course, the Punch newspaper banner. It says queue spread as petrol hits 1,100 naira to a liter in Abuja. Others. Okay, it's got one rider to it. Marketers awaiting product from NNPC, says Petron. 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 Okay. And page 22, you would find that story. And this one now, page 21, Naira weakens to 1,523 Naira to $1 at official markets. At official market. How much do you still buy bread now? I'm just asking. Okay. Anyways, let's bring this one now. It's going to be the last one I'll be taking. Nigerian Tribune newspaper, big story. Federal government mules 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities. Couple of riders follow. Let's get into it. Set to import 500,000 metric tons of wheat, others to tackle inflation. Another one may suspend duties, tariffs, taxes for importation through land, sea borders. Nasima got that one. Nasima hails federal government's decision. Details in public space not yet formally released. And that's coming from the presidency. Page 4 is carrying that big story now. To page 26, dog eats flesh of girl's head, attacks owner trying to protect victim in Ibadan. Dog? Okay. Page 16 now, Ondo Guba crisis brews in PDP over composition of campaign council. And to this one, contractor handling Denro Shashi Akute Road must complete job in 2 weeks. Abiodun saying that right there. Some authority exhibited. Page 8. And you will see this one, page 26. Police arrest man who climbed 120 feet mast to commit suicide over hardship. Okay. What is he going to be charged with now? Oh no. Well, this one right here, page 15. Court bars Rivers CJ Clerk from dealing with pro-Wike lawmakers. It's got 3 riders to it. Pro-Wike lawmakers give Fubara 7 days to represent 2024 budget. Pro-Fubara Assembly screens, confirms commissioner designate. All right. Police's silence over suspect behind explosion. Baffling. All right. The governor is saying that right now. Above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, you see this one on flood. NEMA deploys officers to reinforce search rescue nationwide. Page 3. Well done, NEMA. Well done. And it's got just one writer following that story. NIMET predicts 3-day thunderstorms, rain across Nigeria. Okay. All right, to this one now, page 2. With increased monthly allocations, states should abide by new minimum wage when legislated. Akpabio is giving that statement. If you don't know who he is a Senate president. Okay, so Godswill Akpabio is saying that with increased monthly allocations, states should abide by new minimum wage when legislated. All right, and that is all for the front page. Now let's get into hearing from you. The number that you should keep handy right about now would be 09073530044 or 0908-766-8888. The WhatsApp portal number where you can send a WhatsApp voice note to, as well as a text message, a WhatsApp message as well, would be 0909-705-4450. All right, taking this call already. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Welcome aboard, Moses.
Moses, you got it right.
Right, of course. Welcome aboard. Slept well, Moses. Thank you so much for being thoughtful, and I'm sure that you also doing well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Talk to me, Moses.
Well, it's a good news. Federal government removed duty on rice and some other importations of something for 5 months. Okay? I think for 5 months.
Yes. For 3 months. 3 months.
Okay. In the window of 3 months.
Yes.
Okay. My concern now is the market out. Whether importation, let them do price control. You did what you buy today. If you go market in 1 or 2 hours, you will see a change. We are the one punishing ourselves. There are grains that some people have stored in last year. We are making much attention on this money. Nothing has to do with the life of Nigerians.
Right.
Let us help ourselves. We are part of the government. We shouldn't be criticizing people on top while we from the grassroots, we are punishing ourselves. A thing you buy just now, before you know it, in few hours, the price goes up. So people have to. So if there is an importation of grain, government should monitor it and bring what is called price control.
Yeah.
It's going to help us very well, because look at how Nigerians are suffering. A man climbed communication mass, and police went and arrested him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a normal thing? Yeah?
Right.
They would have psychologically sit this man down, because there are people who are dying silently on this suffering. So I think government should help such a man.
Right.
In fact, I don't know what is going on in this. There are many people you should arrest. It's not suspected that will just go and clamor because of the suffering that is going through in this country. There are people you need to arrest. There are terrible things going on in this country that you need to arrest. Okay, look at Bello. They are up to say Bello cannot be seen. Bello cannot be arrested. You go straight to go and arrest the man on the man because he's an ordinary former Nigerian. You do God bless you.
Well, Moses, you were correct. It was actually 5 months. I had a sleep right there. 5 months, of course, it is 150 days. And yes, Moses, you've made that very, very clear, loud as well. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Yes, good morning to you, King K. Welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Talk to me.
That very man who attempted, suicide, what was his reason? The reason was as a result of hardship.
Right.
The reason was as a result of insecurity and the high cost of living.
Right.
This was his reasons, if you read down. And then, if you go further, they said, I think the general manager of the radio station came telling him that no problem, federal government is going to hear your cry and it's going to come to your aid, to the aid of every Nigerian.
Right.
That man protest was for every Nigerian. But what was the end of it? Police came and arrested him. Peace is sacrosanct in our country. But when you push people to the wall, everybody now begin to come out to protest. How many people will they arrest?
Right.
I'm saying this to say that the best thing is to bring solution, to hear the cries of the masses, and then this will help us. And then if this man was arrested as just, the reason is just because he is protesting for the high cost of living.
Right.
We have somebody called the White Lion that is still running. I don't know whether he's invisible. That the federal government cannot arrest him and call him for account. Thank you. Let me stop at this point. God bless every positive thing in Nigeria.
That's right. Every positive thing in Nigeria. God bless you. And of course, King K saying that, yes, that man, of course, climbed the 125th radio mast in Abuja to protest the severe economic hardship in Nigeria. Some of the key points, of course, would be a return to petrol subsidy, declaration of a state of emergency in states of Zamfara, Sokoto, Kebbi, Katsina, Kaduna, Niger, and Borno. The issue of opening up borders for food importation to address the food shortages in the country. Immediate attention to the issue of out-of-school children that is increasing at an alarming rate. That is yet another these are the things. Let's just go take this one now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Dan, I'm calling from Kurudu.
Dan, welcome aboard. Dan, let's get into it.
Thank you.
Right.
You see, the man that climbed radio station to commit suicide, it wasn't his intention to commit suicide. It's only a way of his own protest, an individual protesting for the hardship in this country. If he wanted to commit suicide, he knows what to do immediately. So they should not even charge him for attempting suicide. It's a way of protest.
Right.
I want to talk about the issue of fuel scarcity in this country.
Okay.
For 25 years of democracy, we are still suffering from fuel scarcity. Democracy is the power to the people. It is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. It is the people that owns the government.
Right.
By now, Nigeria should have demanded the sack of the general manager of the NNPC or the minister of petroleum should be sacked. It should be questioned by now. I was in town yesterday, central area. You see masses of people that are going to Airport Road. People are just running after any vehicle. People that are going to Nyanya. People that are going to this Kuba side. You see masses of people. I was saying, is it federal capital? And people did not say anything. You see, from 1999, when Obasanjo came into office, Obasanjo was given an account of leadership. Every Saturday of the month, you'll be given an account of leadership in Radio Nigeria. Nigeria will be calling and asking, and you'll be given an account of his leadership. But he later realized that what he's doing, it's like Nigeria are not even valuing it. So from there, he gave up. Then leaders becomes emperor and God over citizens.
All
because
right.
citizens are not waking up.
All right, boss. Thank you. Far too kind. People, citizens are not waking up and all of that. And for my brother right there, Daniel, saying that, well, it was just, to protest, the hardship. It's not like he really wanted to commit suicide, the man that climbed the 125th radio mast. All right, taking this one now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Yudi.
Yes, good morning to you, Bright. Welcome aboard.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, you too.
Yudi.
Yes, please.
You see, the Nigeria we are in,
Right.
everything is towards against the poor man. Look at a man climbed Mars. What is their reason? He said economic hardship. You told him, come down. No problem, government will see to it. You come down, you arrest him. What confidence do you have? Nigerians, small thieves in town, all these Yahoo boys, you catch them, you lock them up. Whereas the main thieves, okay, look at this humanitarian woman. Is it not in his house? Look at this Air Nigeria. Even said the APC government under this Tinubu administration has said that they have removed their hand in this. The man is in his house. Akata General, the man is in his house. But we are pursuing all these Yahoo boys, small ones. Now they can, you arrest him and lock him up since. But somebody in this Nigeria, you see him face to face with terrorists and the Boko Haram people is discussing with them face to face. He's not going to show us where the terrorists are. The man is in his house. The other one is in GSS custody. Every day we hear that terrorists 200 are pursuing farmers. And they are telling us that pepper will not cost 1,000 naira to seize in this country. Is it the type of government we want? You hear some humongous amount of money. Okay, look, if you go and listen to President Ruto's address on the protesters, he has cut down his own expenses. He has cut down the first lady's expenses. We have cut down everything. But what we have in Nigeria, we use how many billions to innovate presidential residence. Unofficial resident of First Lady. You renovate. Vice President is renovate. Go to Britain. The man that won election last week has gone into the seat of the power without even talking about anything, without even setting committee. We have wastages in Nigeria. Every day NNPC are employing people. What is the work of NNPC in Nigeria?
All right, right.
Money and eating salaries.
Okay,
See,
right.
Is this the government we want us or country want us to have Europeans? Let them continue. God is watching everybody.
All right, Bright, thank you for that one right there. Well, you should know that the former Minister of Aviation, Adi Sirika, was arrested by the EFCC, that's the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, for his involvement in the Nigeria Air project and for an alleged fraud of $6.3 million US. Okay? All right, so I don't think it's really chilling in his house, though. I'm just saying. All right. Hello and good morning.
Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Yes, good morning to you.
I greet all the callers from listeners.
Right.
Donatus calling from Niger State.
All right, Donatus, welcome aboard.
Mr. Daniel, to me, I think the only advice you give to a hungry man is to feed him and make him to be all right.
Sorry?
But I said the only advice you give to a hungry man is to feed him and make him to be all right at that moment.
Right.
But in this situation in Nigeria today, if you feed a hungry man, what about his relation? What about his family? What about his friends?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like this man that go to the mall, 120 feet, don't to commit suicide. He's not doing it intentionally. He's doing it for the sake of Nigeria. You want to create awareness that something is wrong somewhere. I think the federal government should look into this and say, Kai, these people are passing through pain. This is just one person. No. Many people that we don't know, they are there.
Okay.
They should do something.
All right.
For NNPC, we don't know who, we don't know the people in charge of our crude oil. Is it NNPC or China or foreigners? We don't know. I don't see in the situation whereby we have crude but we cannot refine. Are we still in charge of our crude? I don't know. I think Nigerians will do something about it.
Okay. Thank you so much right there, Donatus. You have given your take on this, and you asked a pertinent question right there. Is Nigeria still in charge of its crude? Well, the following would be in charge of the crude. Yes, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation is responsible for selling the federal government's or federation share of the total oil, produced, and the NNPC allocates the federation share either for exports or for domestic utilization. And the domestic crude oil supply obligation, DCSO, is a new policy announced by the Nigerian Petroleum Regulatory Commission, right? So yes, obviously we are still in charge of our crude. It's ours, not China's.
Good morning, Master Yugi.
Good morning to you, my brother. Is it Dr. Olajide?
Yeah, Dr. Olajide from Washington.
Welcome aboard. Talk to me.
Of the man that clan man and was arrested by police. Master Yugi, we should not be ignorant of the right thing to be done. The man climbed and he was pacified. He came down. Should such man be left and be going home like that after going through that trauma? The police has to do their job. Taking that man does not make the man have been arrested and dumped inside jail. No! The man was taken away. And being taken away, nobody knew. We should understand that sometimes when police lay their hands on you, they take you to a place, they pacify you. The man would have been fed yesterday. What's that about that, Master Yugi? I know. Police will not just leave that man to go. It does not mean that has been tried to cover or has been taken to custody, but he has to be taken away from that thing first. We should understand that.
Right.
Because if we now say, he has been arrested, Master Yugi, no. Sometimes I pity myself, I pity our nation.
Right.
In Western world, if someone is arrested, if police go there, will they just allow me, you came down from the man, you can go to your house. Or you see in that place, they will start giving him food.
Right.
Master Yugi.
Right.
We need to be circumspect in whatever we say. There are some things we say that arrest tempers of people to do what they're supposed to do. Right. We are well read, we are all educated in this country. We should please help this nation. Okay. There are ways of doing things. There are protocols to it. The man will not just be back down and start giving bread there to be eating bread, or to be eating rice there. Okay. They have to take him to a special place, right. Pacify him more, give him food. Oh my goodness.
Doctor.
May God bless Nigeria. No.
Understood, Doctor. All right, thanks a lot. God bless Nigeria, Doctor, right there. Oh, yes, Doctor, there is no better way to say it. You said it all. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is GB. How are you?
All right, GB, I'm fine. Thank you. Good to hear your voice this morning.
Good morning, Dr. Olajide. Good morning, other listeners.
Yeah.
The man climbed mast. He was pacified to come down. He stated all his requests.
Yeah.
As that changes, either a protest, either a suicide attempt, the man was taken away from that place first.
Right.
To now work on psychology, to let him know that there's still hope. If you want to commit suicide, there's still hope for you.
Right.
Things can be better. And then they have a look at the challenge. What is challenge? Economic problem? You see, pressure from society, whatever I put on him. And let me ask you something, Mr. Udwan.
All right, talk to me.
If this man had been able to be given that 50,000 naira government promise to give to individuals, lowest of the poorest of the poorest, will he go and climb the mast? No. Because that 50,000 naira will have been able to help him to meet some challenges he's facing financially or whatever. But the same people now who are saying the man is protesting, the man this and that is hardship, are the one condemning the government, saying why is government sharing money to people? That government is going to put refinery. So can government put refinery in a day, in 2 days? There are people like this man who need that money to solve some problem now, either to feed the family, either to work to establish a business, or to do something that make it life better. Right, the same people come and lament on radio and say, hey, government is wasting money, give him palliative.
if this man is giving, if this man has that palliative and that money, I don't think his condition will be like this.
Okay, GB. Thank you.
What I'm saying,
Yeah.
what I'm saying that government, our own is to follow up on the money that money goes to that people like this man. That palliative get to like this man. Then we not see people eating dustbin because some people that collect the government that are sharing palliative, you say, come and see some my neighbor eating dustbin. And so my neighbor taking money for me. And government will say, you want to give these people money to help them out of the situation. No, government is wasting money. They are wasting money. Why they give people money?
All right, GB, for want of time.
It will never end.
Yeah.
The whalers are already professional. It is in their blood to whale and to
Okay.
condemn whatever government is doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, GB, for that one. And yes, you don't want to find yourself in that position. Trust me, you don't want to pray that you don't find yourself in that position. Now, I'm not talking to GB now. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to each and every one of you right there. Each and every one of us. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you are under a serious pressure for a need. It just makes you want to go mental, right? But at the same time, right, attempting suicide, I'm always against it. I'm always against it. But anyways, let's get onto the WhatsApp portal right now and see what's going on, what you're saying out there. I see a couple of messages. We'll just run through it as much as we can. Good morning and good and wonderful morning to you, my brother Udwak Daniel. Okay, good morning. Existing on standing on existing protocols right there. You're regarding the technical team and everything. Thank you, Samuel from Kuje. He says, please forgive me if my question is not in order. I want to ask the authority why are they finding it difficult to release Nnamdi Kanu. All right, what is the offense that he committed that cannot be forgiven? All right, if we can have repentant Boko Haram forgiven and given a special treatment, I ask again, what is the crime of Nnamdi Kanu that is unforgivable? Let us be reasonable in this country, please. If really we are one Nigeria. God bless Nigeria. It says, I rest my case. Thank you so much, too, for being thoughtful right there, Samuel. And let's move away from that one now and bring yet another one to your audiovisual consciousness. It says, good morning, Honorable UD. Good morning. Oh, honorable now. Okay. Thanks, though. I'm Yunusa Dantoni Ibrahim from Abaji. All right, Yunusa, welcome aboard. It says, regards to Yahya Bello, let his case should continue. Okay, let his case continue. Okay, regards to Yahya Bello's case, it should continue in Abuja. All right, transferring his case to Kogi is baseless because it is still the same court in line with the minimum wage. Federal government should not relent. Things should be done at the right time. All right, thanks, he says. UNICEF, thank you so much for that. Moving away from that now, let's get on to yet another family member. This would be Baz from Dutse reporting. He says, on fuel scarcity, from all indications, there are saboteurs acting by oil marketers and those in the NNPCL leadership. President Tinubu has gotten Nigeria energy crisis wrongly for failing to sack Yari, who oversaw Buhari failed subsidy regime for years. This was how Emefiele was let in the CBN, and we saw the riot of corruption file up from the years he was left in office. Let President Tinubu do the needful by overhauling the NNPCL management. If not, as we have been saying here, this crisis will continue. Corruption in the NNPCL is responsible for what we are seeing today because there is absolutely no reason after subsidy removal why government fails to decentralize, all right, supply from Lagos depot to other states depots across the federation. So how can Nigeria be experience fuel scarcity when there is fuel at the international markets? Okay, President Tinubu should leave everything and focus on Nigeria energy problems. You are not doing well in this sector. Yeah, Baz is saying right there, strong words to the president right there. All right, Sanusi from Suleja. Many people are dying in silence, suffering and smiling. Suicide is not an option. God bless Nigeria. Sanusi, that was indeed brief all the way from Suleja, but then very powerful. You gave that statement. And this one right here, Tekenbi Hundu. Good morning, Daniel. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Says it's listening from Nasarawa State. Feels good. The current state of Nigeria is not funny, but not enough reason to attempt suicide. This young, hungry, and frustrated man could have fallen down from that high mast by mistake and died. Please, let's be wise while fighting for a better Nigeria. Taken me. Thank you for that one. I see this one now. It says, Good morning, UD. Okay. All right. Yeah, I did have a great night. This is James from Suleja. He says the reason why we have complained time and time again is because our voices need to be heard. We have been calling for the government to do this ever since they removed the subsidy and the ill-fated Naira float. These are some of the subventions we expected from the government. These are the palliative measures we expected from government and not stomach infrastructure. The government should also do some same on pharmaceutical products as well. Kudos to them on this one. Okay. That's right. On the state of insecurity, isn't it ironic that the same Katsina state witnessing daily killings recently hosted a program where the government claimed it had improved insecurity in the region? I'm sure these reports of killings, kidnappings, and are isolated like some persons would want to make us to believe. All right, UD, do you know another protester popularly known as... Okay, is it Flag Boy now? Was also arrested here in Abuja for protesting. I'm sure his arrest was also to make sure he feels better, like some people call to say. All right. Okay, thanks for that one now. I says, this one now says, good morning. Okay, Obongudwak Daniel. All right, bless your day, my brother. This is coming from Comrade Ulobasi from Buhari in Abuja. It says, day by day, River State as a whole is inching towards implosion, but the federal government is pretending not to see the handwritings on the wall. Little by little, the whole country will be affected by whatever consequences the struggle for power will bring. A situation where federal might is being used to intimidate state government, as it's presently happening in Rivers and Kano states, will definitely bring about chaos in the land. It's time the federal government is advised to hands off matters that are within the jurisdiction of state governments for peace to reign in the nation. All right, says God bless Nigeria. Okay, so now let's jump into the voice notes right there and bring it to your eardrums as quickly as we can right now. Okay, so let's start with the gentleman, Selassie, right about now.
Good morning to Ubangudwak Daniel.
Good morning to
Good
you.
morning to Ochanya, Bibi Blessing, Talatu. I greet you. I greet the listeners and callers of this great radio station. 150 days duty free on food and drugs and other items. I want to say kudos to the government.
Right.
Bandit kill 1, abduct 22 in Katsina, and 72 hours after the kidnap of journalists, and their whereabout is unknown. Yes, yesterday I had some people attacking Elder Onoja on these special forces. Yes, our special forces are for decoration. I have been to NSA office. I see special forces for anti-terrorism. They are for decoration. Do you remember the American citizen that was kidnapped in Niger? The American used their anti-special forces, came to Nigeria, and they rescued their own and killed the terrorists. Then our anti-special forces, if truly we have the anti-special forces, as people were criticizing Elder Onoja yesterday, they are for decoration. How many people have been kidnapped? Now we are talking of 1 kill and 22 kidnapped in Katsina. We are still talking of the journalists. After 72 hours, they are unknown. And we see some people call and claim that we have anti-special forces. Haba.
Okay, all right. Selassie right there saying giving us 2 cents on the matter right there. Well, Nigeria Special Forces, such as the Special Forces Command, SFC, and the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, are not just for decoration, all right? They have played significant roles in various operations and have made impact in the country. I mean, this is not to negate, this is to pass, information right there. One of such would be counterterrorism, right? Where they have been involved in operations against Boko Haram and a swap terrorist in the northeast, right? There is also the place of counterinsurgency, right, where they have also deployed to quell separatist movements and militant groups in the Niger Delta and other regions. Law enforcement as well, they have been involved in operations to combat armed robbery, kidnapping, and other crimes and all of that. And of course, peacekeeping. They have also participated in international peacekeeping missions such as Mali and the Democratic Republic of Congo. However, it is also very important to note that these special forces have also faced, criticisms, trust me, and there has been some controversies around or surrounding them. It is also important to state the fact that, look, the truth is we still see some of these issues, and it is expected of them, it is expected that we should see a decrease rather than see consistency in these matters. But anyways, thank you for that one, though. I just really had to put that out, was important. I mean, sometimes we do not even see, we may not really see what these special forces are doing, right? There might be some issues that they may face themselves. I'm not speaking for them or holding a brief, but I'm just saying that, look, we should still, cut them some slack, right? Just some slack, I'm just saying, right? Anyways, let's get to this one now and bring it quickly to your eardrums.
So, good morning. My name is Honorable Edward Funapo.
Yeah,
I agree with the man that, climb somewhere to, a mass to protest. He has the right. He has the right. Set protest. He has the right to do that. And police did the right thing. They have the right also to secure the life of anybody who is trying to commit a suicide. So I think that's what they did. If that man only succeeded in committing suicide, Nigeria would have been something else. So look, federal government have to look into what is happening. I congratulate the president for taking that bold decision about food import. It should be free so that this cost of food in the market will reduce. That's my problem, is how are we going to control the price? Price control is a problem in Nigeria. We don't have anybody. That department is there that has been complaining. We are the problem to ourselves. Federal government want to give loan to students now. The universities are not giving data. Doesn't mean so. I think something is wrong with that. I think they benefit a lot from that. That's why they don't want to release this data to avoid their own selfish interests. Like myself, Benue State University has not released their data for what? They want to let people who are saying no to it. It is wrong. We are the problem to ourselves, honestly. We have to keep a sit up. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, we are the problems to ourselves. Now let's get on from Honorable Edwards to Triple D.
I celebrate you, the man with golden voice. I say good morning to you, good morning to our callers, good morning to our listeners, good morning to Nigeria, good morning to Mr. President. My name is Triple D from Waru. Mr. Yudi, the man with golden voice. This issue of river, I think is a total distraction from all of us Nigerians. Right. What Nigerians are passing through is what we should be so much concerned about it. But why we are concerned about river is because they are Nigerians and we are all one.
Right.
But I'm pleading to our leaders and we are calling the attention of Mr. President, our dear President, that aftermath of what will happen in River State is what they will not be able to contend with it. They should watch. I always say it. Watch before it is too late and try to do the needful. I think that is what we can say for now. On the issue of the man climbing the marks, well, it's good they arrested him, but they should watch. I don't know the number of people they'll be able to arrest if everybody decides to start climbing the marks. Right. God will help us and we'll get it right. I think God is gradually taking us to the journey of getting it right. Okay. God bless Nigeria. Good morning.
God bless Nigeria right there. Well, I know a couple of other Nigerians are sharing in that thought. I mean, I hope we don't get to that place where we get to begin to climb the mast. Please, let's desist from that. But you've made some, very strong points right there. If everybody goes in that manner, what happens? So it means that something has to be done to address these issues so that we don't find such cases, appearing on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers.
Let me hear from Apple Legislative Conference. I greet everybody. On the paparazzi that happened, was it yesterday, about the lazy Nigerian, the attention-seeking Nigerian that was caught, climbing the mast in the name of protest. Instead of going to the farm, it's a rainy season now. If you are jobless in Abuja, don't have anything doing, relocate to your village and start farming. And stop constituting nuisance in the capital city. Another was also arrested yesterday, called Flag Boy, when he was also constituting nuisance in the heart of the city. These are young, able-bodied men that should be farming, or that should be doing something productive with their lives. But social media, unfortunately, they know how emotional Nigerian can be. So one of the best way for you to achieve fame, is to ride on the emotion of Nigerians, and boom, you become a celebrity. So that is now, giving these jobless and lazy individuals the impetus to do all sorts of dramatization to attract the attention of gullible and emotional Nigerians. I hope the Nigerian police prosecute him to the full arms of the law. Our law is very clear on attempted suicide, and that was what he did. He attempted to.
All right, Alamin, you overshot right there. 1 minute 35 seconds. Of course, you've gone way beyond. But yeah. You've made some strong points too as well, Alamin. I mean, it is your, thought on the matter. Well, just before I allow Vic to come warm the seats right here behind the microphone, I should take this one because if I don't, I would not forgive myself. It's another family member all the way from Enugu State right there. It says, also Francis Namani watching live from Amagunze. Vic, you will tell me how to pronounce that. Is it Amagunze or Amagunze? I don't know. In Enugu State. Yeah, it says, good morning, my people in the studio. The federal government should diversify her